Hi guys, I'm Jim and this is Jim's Fix-It Shop, and I have a subscriber that's having problems getting his chain case open. So I'm going to show you a couple tricks I have for getting the key out that holds on the drive disc assembly. He said he has some slop in this and he wants to put in new thrust washers to get the slop out of here. This one has very little. I'm guessing it's got about 20 thousandths side play. Now, slop this way, when you turn it, is normal. The roller chain has to be loose or it'll wear out the sprockets and the chain. So don't try to get the chain completely tight. You don't want to do that. Let me show you how to get this key out of here. Take that center nut off and pull off your hub assembly. Now here's the key he's talking about. You know, if I can get this a little closer. What I used to pull them out with, they call these end cutting pliers. I'm not really sure what you're supposed to cut the end off of, but I use them for pulling keys. They work really good. You got the key sticking out here. You can see that, and you just grab onto it, and you don't pull straight out. You have no leverage. What you want to do is lift up on it. It pops it right out. Now, he's afraid of marring it all up. If you do, these are hardened. If you mar it up a little bit, just take yourself a file, set it on there, and just scrub it back and forth. Flip it over and do the other side. No big deal. Take the burrs right off it. Now to get it back in, just set it in the hole. Get it started the best you can. Grab yourself a pair of pliers and flip them so they're open as big as they'll go. Just grab onto the key and push it back in. If it goes in a little crooked, just grab onto the high side and push on that. See, that'll spins it right around. Get it straight by eye. When you slide your hub back on, that'll straighten it out the rest of the way. Now let me open this up and I'll show you the inside. Okay, I got all them pesky screws out, and boy, they sure put a bunch of them in there. We're going to pop that back out. Now if you don't have a pair of these end cutting pliers, let me grab another pair. Another pair that also works pretty good is just a standard side cutting pair of wire cutters. Turn it the other way, put the key up, lay your pliers down so you're grabbing onto the keyway and push down on the pliers. Pops it right out. So a little slop in this chain is fine. This one might be a little too sloppy, but I'm not going to worry about it because I'd rather have it loose than too tight. Too tight, you're going to destroy your sprockets and the chain. But these are the bushings, the thrust bushings he's talking about. Mine are, let me grab something here. I grabbed a pair of vernier calipers. If you have a micrometer, that'll work. If you don't, maybe you can find somebody that's got one. But mine measures about 375 thousandths thick, or wide, whatever you want to call it. And it's pretty darn consistent all the way around. So if yours are that size, then it's probably okay. You may have to put another nylon shim on top of this one that you can pick up at most hardware stores. They'll have a thin piece of nylon. It'll be a nylon washer. You could even slip one of them in there, but chances are this is probably what's worn, and you're going to want to replace both of them. That will take all of this side plate out, moving up and down or back and forth, however you want to say it. This one is in really good shape. It's off the other 33-inch machine that I tore apart for parts. All these extra pieces I'm going to keep. I've got them all cleaned up, and I'm going to use them for props. When someone out there has a problem, send me an email, and I'll take this thing apart and show you what your problem is and how to fix it. Now, I also had another subscriber get a hold of me, but he put a comment on one of my videos. He wanted to know how to fill this with grease and what to use. Apparently, I'm not getting notification that I have comments on my videos. The only way I found him is I was going through some videos that I've got online, and I'd bring them up. When he started playing, I'd scroll to the bottom and I'd look, and I found this comment he left on how do I fill this. It's a month and a half old. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was there. So if you have any questions or comments, email me directly. That's jimsfixitshop@gmail.com. No comma on Jim's. Or jnrwoodworking2@gmail.com. I check my emails nightly. So if you send it to that, I will get back to you a lot quicker in a month and a half. I'm sorry about that. But he was asking how to fill this and what to use. Well, he's right. You pop this plug out. You stand your machine up on the back, like where your bagger hooks onto for when you want to store it. You stand it up. You pop this out, and you fill this full of, I use 80/90 gear lube because it's $5 a quart. Snapper sells 4/0 Snapper lube. And the last time I was dumb enough to buy some was the first machine I rebuilt over 20 years ago, and I paid $17 or $16.95 for it, and it's only a quart. And a quart will only do this and the differential. I just buy the gear lube. To me, it's the same stuff. I mean, if it works in your transmission in your car, it's got to work in this thing. But you stand this up, you fill that up as full as you can get it till it starts to come out. Snap the plug in. They say that's full. If you want to tip it back a little bit more and put some more in, it's not going to hurt anything. So I hope I went over everything that you guys need to know. I'm sorry it took me so long to get to you. I certainly don't intend doing that. But I guess that's about it. And remember, work safe and have fun, and we'll talk to you soon.